Your brain's dating algorithm. I want to talk about this. I'm actually kind of excited about this because, I am a nerd and I love science. And I'm going to talk about the neuroscience behind your brain's algorithm for dating. You hear that, the dating apps all have their secret algorithm, but guess what? You have your own algorithm. And it's important that you pay attention to this because this is the key to dating success. That's right. So, I'm going to talk about the first part of this. There's so much behind this that I don't want to, make this too long and too confusing. But first, have you ever wondered, why you're attracted to a certain type? Well, that's your brain doing its job. Because your brain filters everything in like milliseconds. When you meet somebody, it's processing information that you're never going to be aware of because it's not going to share it with you if it doesn't deem it safe or, worthy. And that's why having a correct mindset when you're going out into the dating world is super important, because if you don't, then your brain is processing information incorrectly and bringing the wrong people to you and showing you the wrong people to date. And that's why you're not having a lot of success if you're not, in a healthy mindset, as far as if you have irrational beliefs about yourself or about certain things and you haven't healed certain things, your mindset may be a little skewed and your brain's not going to process correctly. And there's a lot to take in. But what happens is when you first, see somebody, your brain is processing all this information. First, the face. That's right, the face. Symmetry, expression, things like that. And it processes the tone of voice, mannerisms, and nonverbal cues. That's the first set of things that your brain's going to process very, very quickly. And then it's going to go to the next step where it's going to process how you feel. If you feel really at ease with somebody, that's a good sign, because your brain's job is to keep you safe and to keep you away from, negative. So if you feel anxious or if you feel like you can't be yourself, that's a big red flag. And most people don't even get past that point. Not really. And that's why, people may match perfectly on paper, but in real life, they don't. And this is why. Because the wrong things are being addressed and compared, and, the right things are not being looked at. But your brain is doing it the right way. And that's your brain's algorithm, how it processes information about people that you meet or see for the first time. And that is going to indicate whether or not you are going to go further in this process to actually get to know them. And, the dating apps and stuff, they base compatibility on, basically how much fun you can have with somebody. Well, that's great until it's not, because that's not compatibility. Compatibility is not having fun together and doing things together. True compatibility is being with somebody who you can go through the difficult times with, and you can solve problems together, and you can work together as a team and grow stronger and better with time. And with each situation that people face together, they become stronger and more bonded. That's how it's supposed to be. But the dating apps put people together based on common interests, which, that's cute, but it's not really an indicator of longevity for a relationship. So make sure that you go through the process and you allow the process to happen naturally and organically so that you can have the best result. Your brain has its own algorithm. You don't need a dating app's algorithm to find your perfect person. You just have to pay attention to the right cues and the right things. That's how you get there. Good luck.